other. He's a friend from work.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Don't you ever talk about me!
The Killing Time Podcast with Lux and Cody.
Welcome back to the Killing Time Podcast. Cody is a little flustered right now. I don't know what's going on with him. This is episode 6. I got a cat on my lap. This almost never happens. He doesn't like to sit on my lap for whatever reason. But he's doing it right now. We'll see how long this lasts before he derails the podcast by knocking everything over. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When you're 16.
Hey, we'll see what happens, man.
16 years old and diabetic. What is going on with you? Did your carbon monoxide detector stop working, and now you got carbon monoxide poisoning, and you're coughing your lungs out?
I don't know, man.
You got updates going.
I might have the Rona.
You got the Rona. You got penguin shit behind you. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude.
Get the Aquafina in you.
I'm chilling, dog. That's not Aquafina. Never.
What is that?
First and foremost.
What?
Not Aquafina. That's Deer Park.
Oh, Deer Park.
That's Deer Park, man. Only spring water. I don't drink anything else, dog.
It's 75 cents
States,
cheaper than Aquafina.
Ew, dude. Not cheaper. I don't give a shit about that, dude. Aquafina's garbage. I'm drinking straight chemicals. Like, you might as well give me pool cleaner when you give me Aquafina, Dasani. Don't give me that shit, man. That stuff's nasty, dude, for real. Puts a bad taste in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, dude, I hate it.
Yeah,
I
the
hate
taste
it. I
of
don't
water.
drink purified water if I don't have to, man.
The taste of water. That's the. Here it goes.
No, I love water.
That's the taste it puts in your mouth is water. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
No. No way.
No way?
No, I drink water, dude.
Yeah.
No, I drink water. That's typically all I drink.
Look, I'm getting smacked in the face with the tail.
That shit leaves a bad taste.
I didn't realize you were so sensitive over the kind of water you drank, though.
I really am. I think we talked about that at Maryland when I was trying that water that Babbitt had.
Oh, Luke.
Now that shit, you can there's yeah.
The liquid death.
The liquid death.
I want to.
Yeah, the liquid death.
So one, it's definitely not worth the $2 a can or whatever it is. But I would like to try it.
No.
I would like to try it on ice.
Absolutely.
We just had it out of the can. I think it would be better on ice. I mean, it was cold. It was cold when we drank, but I think sometimes things are better on ice.
Well, I would like to drink that either out of glass or plastic. I ain't down with the aluminum shit with water. I don't like that. It tastes It's like filling up a pop can with water.
It was a little weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a little weird. Interesting though.
But yeah, I'm definitely a water guy.
Mhm. So how you been?
Been good, man.
You're good? Everything's good?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, dude.
Man. How were you? How did you get all these days off? What happened?
You know what I mean? I just had 2 days off in a row instead of them being spaced out. I had to switch with somebody. One of the guys is going to find out the gender of his baby.
Oh, okay. I see. Nice.
I was like, yeah,
it's nice having 2 days off.
Yeah, so I just had back-to-back days off.
Good shit. Good shit. I like to hear it. I was going to ask you something. Something completely unrelated. I was thinking about this at the gym. So, like, what age would you say you were when you got into music? Other than, like, you just knew what it was? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, once you started, like, figuring it out on your own.
I mean, I don't... Oh. No, I'll tell you exactly. Probably 13.
Okay.
Whenever we switched from, I got the tail end. I got the tail end of Napster, and right when LimeWire became a thing. Right, like as soon as LimeWire was the thing, that's when I really got dove into music because you could expand your. I don't know.
I found a lot of shit. Probably. On LimeWire and FrostWire, I found a lot of
FrostWire is what it went into. Yeah.
The cool thing was like, when you would download torrents and it would have like the whole discography. That's what I liked. Because then you could listen to everything.
Well, see, but that was my point. That was my next point I was gonna get to. I don't know that I don't know that I ever got really into music like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a wide range of music that I like. I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't like music, but
Right.
I don't know if I got into music
Sure.
deep. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like so.
But
yeah, I had a wide library.
So do you often, will you like go back and listen to shit you listened to when you were a kid? Like
I typically do.
like revisit like
Yeah.
not something you still like you never stopped listening to, but will you revisit stuff that you stopped listening to?
Yeah. I like to go back and listen to it with a mature mind
I see. So I did
and see that I can't comprehend it.
yeah, I kind of I'll do that occasionally, but like today at the gym. So when I was a kid first getting into music, Rob Zombie was one of my favorites. And I just kind of grew out of it.
Oh yeah.
And he put out a new song. It was either last week or the beginning of this week, and it's actually really good. So listening to the new song made me go and like revisit his old shit. And then like I was listening to the songs I remembered liking, and then I'm listening to the songs I remembered not liking. But now having like all this time pass, like whereas like let's just say I turned the radio on or Sirius XM and a Rob Zombie song came on, regardless of what it was, I probably wouldn't like pay any attention to it. But for whatever reason, after listening to his new song, it like re-sparked like an interest in it, and I went back and like was listening to it when I was at the gym, and it was like it's just interesting to try to like pull back your mindset from an earlier time in your life, because especially if it's something you really enjoyed that you don't enjoy so much anymore, you like try to relive that in your brain, like what I was like as a person whenever this is what I was listening to. I don't know if you've ever like experienced that before, but I'll do that sometimes.
Yeah, like the way it resonates with you.
Sure. Because you grow out of things like
I mean,
things like
Yeah.
you lose interest in things.
what that does for me is take me back to a memory.
Yeah.
It takes me back to a memory and I remember the time, the place, where I was, how I discovered that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like whether it be from a video game or a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's typically how I found a lot of my music
And the sad thing is
when I
like
was really young.
that those avenues like don't exist that much anymore, like because video game soundtracks, like they don't want to spend the money to get music that you haven't heard before, because then they spend the money and it's just like it's like too political. So, and there was a time where I even like there was a couple years where Madden didn't even have a soundtrack in it because they didn't want to put up the money to buy the rights to music. And then movies, I feel like they just play the same songs in movies. Like like for example, I can't, you know the song Fortunate Son?
I don't
It's
think
like
so.
it's like a 70. It's like every like Vietnam War movie had that song in it. Like
I
yeah.
know.
Like all
They
along
did it
the
with Cat Stevens and Peace
all along
Train
the
and all that
Watchtower
stuff.
by Jimi Hendrix, like if it's a war movie, it's
Yeah.
going to have that song in it. Like just the same shit over and over. Sweet Child of Mine, like they just play the same shit cuz they know people are going to like people know it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have that, like, movies coming out with good, like, there's good original soundtracks and scores done by composers, but, like, especially for games and movies, like, they don't find good music anymore and put them in, which sucks.
So I come from a time where it eventually you went into trying to find your own kind of music from what you heard on the radio, through a movie or what video game, whatever it was, to a point where then we went into Frostwire. Now I'm about 14 years old, and I lived close to the high school, so everybody would come to my house after school and hang out, and that's what, dude, it would be like whoever was on the computer, they were just downloading their
Nice.
music. So literally, I had friends that would just wherever they heard their music from, whether it be their parents or the shit they were into, they would download music on my computer. The library was huge, dude, at the point where there was country, everything. You had everything, dude. It was like a, you know how we almost turned them into like Spotify's. I don't know if you guys did that kind of shit, but we like had a whole, just from everybody coming over to the house. And then some people would control the music that day, whatever. It was cool.
And then
that's when people actually hung out, dude.
Yeah. After the whole downloading thing, the next big thing for me was YouTube. When YouTube came out, the amount of stuff I would find on YouTube, like I practically taught myself how to play guitar from YouTube, from watching people play and then finding different music on there and just like picking up as much as I could. Like when YouTube came out, the amount of bands and music and stuff I found on YouTube was like, you just didn't have that option before. Like you'd had to see the music video on TV, you know?
Oh yeah.
So when that came around, that was huge for me.
Excuse me.
But yeah, like I said, I was just...
Yeah, that's exactly what it all...
Yeah.
They all expanded into one thing.
Yeah.
Like one thing into another.
Yeah, I was just thinking today, like, it's interesting to kind of go back in time and, like, just try to rethink of... Try to, like, get back into your mind space of when you were younger and the things you were into and what you were interested in and where you were at in life.
Yeah, sure.
It's weird because... certain memories,
if it was pleasant.
Yeah, certain memories are like strong for no reason, and then there's like stuff you wish you could remember that you can't. It's just so interesting the way your mind works when it comes to memory. Like, do you ever like remember something wrong and like people tell you like, no, it wasn't like that. It was like this, you know, and like you were so certain you had the memory right. Like your mind just makes up shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude. No, that's what it is, dude. It's like. Your mind is operating on its own, filing this shit, picking and choosing. Yeah, dude, it's like,
yeah. I know that.
Who knows what?
I'm interested to see like what kind of technology we're gonna have in the future that like is gonna like help you, like rekindle your memory or like go back in time, like because that information has to be in there somewhere. It's got to be you just got the means to access it. I would think, you know.
Yeah, but your brain's like storing it for you is what I was trying to say earlier. It's like there's things in there working for you that you're not even picking and choosing what you remember.
Sure.
Right? At that point. So it's like, damn.
Do you think, let's say we had the technology, do you think like a hard drive on a computer, if you had the means, you could just recount anything in your whole life? Like, do you think after you experience things, it just depends on how your brain captured it?
I think it actually depends on how traumatic it was, how emotional it was. I think there's a lot of things that are at play, right? I think it's it triggers your brain in certain ways as far as like emotion or trauma or you know, whether you're scared, whatever it was, your brain's getting some kind of reaction.
Yeah.
And stronger times than others, maybe. I don't. And here's to answer your question. Would we want to be able to re-encounter everything that ever's happened? You know.
Not everything. Definitely not everything.
At any given time.
Yeah, definitely not everything. There's definitely things you want to forget, but.
Yeah.
Times with people that aren't around anymore. That's a big one. I would think.
What's that thing that you're absolutely right. What's that thing that Elon Musk is making?
The Neuralink?
Neuralink.
I don't remember him saying anything about going back in time with it, like back in time with your memory. It's so the genesis of it is to start with people that have traumatic brain injuries and cure them. That's the genesis. And then he said,
yeah.
Beyond that, then we're going to be speaking to each other telepathically. That's like the range. We're going to start with like fixing quadriplegics to speaking to the universe. So I'm sure that along the lines, it's somewhere in there. Like you know, breaking down your mind and finding what's in there.
That's the start.
Yeah, of course.
That's probably the only possibility we would ever have is something like that.
But do you know what your earliest memory is? It's hard to think for me. Because it's kind of polluted with either pictures I've seen as me as a child or stories I've been told. So, like, I don't know if I actually remember it or I just remember people telling me about it. But if I had to guess, my earliest memory is probably my parents' wedding because I was 4 when they got married. And I interrupted their wedding to ask my mom for yellow pudding when I got home, which is vanilla pudding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I went up and, like, was tugging on her dress. Like, they're literally in the middle of, like, saying vows and shit. And the reason I remember this because my lovely grandmother takes me outside of the church onto Bedford Street and smacks my ass till I cry for interrupting the wedding. Meanwhile, I'm just a 4-year-old kid that wants pudding, and I got beat for it. So that's my earliest memory.
Did you? So you remember it because it was traumatic, and you got your ass
I remember bawling, and I remember cars driving by while I'm getting my ass beat in front of the church.
You remember
in Daleboro.
vividly?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bits and pieces, vivid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I would say 5
remember,
years
and
old
I don't
probably my
remember
earliest.
interrupting the wedding. I remember them telling me, but of course, like this story gets brought up all the time. But I definitely remember getting my ass beat. How cruel is that, though? How cruel! Like, people wonder why I am the way I am. I got beat because I wanted pudding by my grandmother at a wedding. Ridiculous.
You got beat because you wouldn't sit there and shut your mouth during the ceremony, you 4-year-old kid. You should have
guess.
known better. The adults there shouldn't have taken you out.
They should have left me at home. Actually, it's my parents' fault because they should have got married before they had me. So.
Actually, it's the fact that they should have had somebody to watch you.
Yeah.
And if your grandma couldn't handle you, then she should have stone cold stunnered you.
That's pretty much what
Definitely
she
not
did.
battled you on Bedford Street, though.
So what's your earliest memory?
I don't know. I'd say probably my earliest memory. I actually may have just told it. I have to be 5 or 6, and my little brother's got to be 4. Yeah, and we were playing Super Nintendo, and we lived in Florida at the time. And we're playing the Super Nintendo, and I'm beating him or whatever. For some reason, he gets mad at the Super Nintendo. This is true story, dude. And my little brother's not like this now, dude. He'd probably hate if I even told this, but like no one's like this. This is just so wild, right? He was a good kid too, but he just pulls down his pants. This is a true story in the middle of the living room, dude. I swear to God, pulls down his pants and pisses on the Super Nintendo.
No.
Just pisses all over it. No. All over the cartridge. I think I'm lying. Just sits there, takes a piss on it, and he said, I hate this game.
My God.
Yeah, because he was losing
That's
or
the
whatever.
move.
My mom beat his ass,
yeah,
put
she
him in the
did.
corner.
Deservedly.
Yeah, dude.
Deservedly.
That was the
pudding.
dude. And here's the
I wanted
thing.
pudding, and this dude just dick out, pisses all over the Super Nintendo.
It's wild because you got to understand my brother's well-mannered. It's like weird to think that he did that, but bro, he did.
How much
And
apple
dude,
juice
like,
was he holding in? Like,
and I can remember. See, this is what sucks. I can remember the carpet.
oh no.
What color carpet it was. I can remember the after effects of what the Nintendo looked like, and I can remember my mom's paddling his ass. Because I remember he had like blue boxers on. Because in Florida we used to just run around in our boxers, dude. Right?
It's hot.
Yeah. It's
So,
hot as hell, yeah.
I assume he destroyed it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my parents didn't even try to. They just
Yeah,
they
you
got
just
it.
throw it
Just
away.
all ran
You
down
just throw
in.
it
Yeah,
away.
it's done.
Yeah.
You had to. You had to
Wow.
at that point.
What's the age gap between you and your brothers?
So 3. What am I? 29. My brother Chance has got to be 25. So 4. Holy shit, dude! I can't believe they're getting this old. No. We're 3 years apart. Me and my brother Chance, and then him and Owen are. I think it's 3 each.
Okay, so you don't remember. Do you remember either of them getting born?
Yeah, my little brother
The
Owen.
youngest, because you were like 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember my sister being born, but that was, I was turning 5, I think. Yeah, no, I turned 5 in that June. She was born in July.
Dude, I feel so bad right now because I don't know how old my brother is, but I think he's got it. I don't want to say he's 27, but I think he has to be 27. It's crazy to think that way, but I think he's got to be 27. There's no way he's that much younger than me. Nah, dude. No, he's not that much younger than me. He's at most 3 years, so 26. Holy shit.
It's crazy.
How old's your sister?
5 years younger than me, so she's 22, 21. Just turned 21 this year.
Yeah, she did. She was telling me about it.
Yes, I remember. I
Word.
remember the wedding. I remember her being born, and that's a couple months apart because they got married in August and she was born in July the next year. So it's weird. Like I bet if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd remember more from that time. But I guess it's just I guess that your brain decides like what is the important information from what you learn, like language and like interaction, social interaction. Like you learn all that when you're young and that sticks with you through life. But I guess for whatever reason your brain doesn't deem day-to-day activities and memories like that important because it's hard to recall that shit, you know? Like I guess I can remember being in preschool. Like I remember what preschool looked like, but I don't remember much. I couldn't remember a teacher if you had like I can remember a few elementary school teachers, a few.
I can remember kindergarten all the way up to like 6th grade.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember all my teachers.
Oh, really?
I know all my teachers' names.
Yeah,
All my homeroom.
There's no way. There's no way.
You don't remember them?
No, I could
But
do so. It's
Only homeroom?
well, I don't think in elementary school we did the homeroom thing. I can't even remember that.
Well, no.
Can't even
Well,
remember
not
that.
in elementary. You had one teacher then. You typically just had one teacher.
I guess no, we did have homerooms. That's right.
Yeah, because you maybe switched one class.
So kindergarten, I know I had Mrs. Schmidt. First grade, not a clue. Second grade, I remember second grade because second grade is 9/11. I remember I was in second grade when that happened, and I can't remember the name of the teacher, but I can picture her, the class I was in whenever that happened.
You were in second grade when that happened.
Second grade, yeah, 2001. I remember that happening. I remember being in the classroom. I remember all that. I can't remember that teacher's name. I think it might have been Mrs. Russell. Third grade, not a clue. Fourth grade, nope. Fifth grade, I know the science teacher had an eye patch. The science teacher had an eye patch. The math teacher, his name was Mr. Lore. Either 5th grade or 6th grade, Mr. Ambro was an English teacher, but I remember him because he was also my 7th and 8th grade football coach. But yeah, that's about it. I can't remember much of elementary when it comes to schools. Now I remember like hanging out with my friends, and I remember what school looked like and lunch and recess. I remember things like that, but it's hard to like go back in time and pull all that shit out, you know? Yeah. So let's just move on to our segment for the day. Why not?
Let's just move on. Move on from the
Let's just
teachers.
move on.
Wait, what was your favorite food?
Because we can't
what
remember.
was your favorite food school?
In school?
Yeah, what was your favorite food?
Easily. So at Ferndale, we just had this conversation. At Ferndale Elementary, we had pizza burgers.
Who had this?
Pizza burgers. And
Oh, yeah.
When I say pizza burgers, it's not. Don't think of just a cheeseburger with sauce and cheese on it. They were one bun, and somehow they had like the beef and the sauce and the cheese all in one, and it was like a handheld, like one little handheld thing. It wasn't a sandwich. It was just a bun, and they were probably terrible, but like even my sister agrees because she had them too when she went to the Ferndale. Like that was so good. And then outside of pizza burgers, my second favorite thing might have been Salisbury steak. We would have Salisbury steak.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mexican pizza. We had this Mexican pizza, dude. Oh my God, it was so good, amazing. I would give anything. Anybody watching
To relive it, to relive the Mexican pizza from.
I want some
elementary?
now. I want some now.
Do you think if you ate it right now you would like it though, or do you think you only liked it because you were a kid? That's what I worry. I worry if I had a elementary school pizza burger, I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it right now. I know I wouldn't. I want to try it though, just to make sure, but I don't believe I would. I think it's probably just like one of those microwavable pizza things. But yeah, it was good. All right, dude, we can move on now.
Did you ever get into a food fight?
Oh, dude. Yeah, not an all-out food fight, but I used to chuck, dude. So let me tell you, can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story? Bro, I got 2 stories that you'll love. So, oh God, if these guys watch this, they're gonna hate me, but all right, whatever. So, we were in 7th grade, and I stand up and I chuck this celery. And I smacked this kid in the side of the head.
Wait. They gave you celery? They gave celery to kids in 7th grade?
We either
Jesus
had
Christ.
it could have been a kid that had a packed lunch, and his mom packed him celery and peanut butter. So I fucking heaved
you deserve to launch it.
Dude, I heaved this fucking celery. Wham! Smacked this Filipino kid, one of my great friends, Mike Carlipio, on the side of the head. Oh, God, I can't even believe I'm telling this story, dude. And this kid's like, he don't play around, bro. Like, he doesn't play around. He'll just stand up and beat the hell out of you, dude. He stands up. Dude, he stands up and he comes over to the table and he's like, who the fuck threw it? Right? He's like, who the fuck threw it? Right? He's just asking all these questions, dude. I'm sitting there, dude, and I'm all quiet. Nobody would say anything. And it was up to whoever was going to smirk or laugh and break. And this kid, Cody Refner, God rest his soul. He's still alive, but he got fucked up.
God rest his soul.
Mike beat the shit out of him, dude. Was like, you think it's funny? Then they oh yeah, and like, you threw it. You thought it was funny to throw it, and it was me the whole time, dude. And you got to remember, these kids are my friends too. I just heaved celery,
right.
Yeah, so I got somebody beat up by accident for hitting somebody else with celery by accident. Yeah,
that's so funny.
I was trying to hit somebody else. At the table, and I hit the wrong person.
So you hit the wrong person, and then the wrong
person got
beat for it. That's beautiful.
Yes, 100%. And then I'll tell you another one real quick. So then I'm probably in like 11th grade or 10th grade, and we're in the cafeteria, and I stand up and I chuck this pack of butter. I chucked this pack of butter at this table and try to hit this kid in the back of the head, and I drilled this chick in the forehead. I swear to God, just fucking splat, explodes. She's like, oh my God, she's freaking out. She's like, who the fuck threw it? She stands up, she's wiping the shit off. She looks at me, she's like, you nasty son of a bitch. They think, because they were all ratting on me and shit, I had to go to the principal's office. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't. It was over. They were past attention with me at that point, bro. They were just like, I probably had to go sit in a classroom by myself for a couple of days or some shit.
Nice. That's funny.
Yeah. That's fun, dude.
I definitely tossed a few things in my day.
No shit.
Never had like an all-on. No shit. Never had like an all-out like brawl, but definitely in Catholic school, I would dump salt packets down Babbitt's shirt because like we had like dress shirts on and they tucked in, and I would like grab his collar and rip salt packets and dump salt packets down Luke's shirt. I definitely do that. I do vividly remember I threw an apple to like the underclassmen table, and it didn't hit someone, but it hit food, and then food got
yes,
took out a couple
everywhere.
People. It was like perfect, and then a teacher walks right over and he's like, "Let's go." And I pick up and I'm like carrying my tray and he's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't get to eat my food. He's like, well, you should have thought about that before. So then now I'm just being a dickhead. So I sat down and I'm like shoveling my food and then he's getting real pissed. He's like, let's go. I got the attention for that one. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So you would throw an apple?
Oh,
A whole
dude,
apple?
An apple. A whole
Half
apple.
an apple, a whole one.
A whole one. Yeah.
Dude, no, tell everybody.
Just launched it.
Or didn't you guys have to tuck your shirts in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you dump salt down his back with his shirt tucked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I used to throw a lot of stuff. That was the only time I got caught. I would do it was so easy because the way our cafeteria, not that our
Chocolate milks were
cafeteria
fun.
was big, but I could throw to the people on my right if I just did this. I would just not even look. Just do a no looker and just launch something. And then whoever I got.
Picture.
I would just launch stuff. But
Just like
that's what you do when you're a
lob.
kid, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You have to have fun.
Just a no look.
Chicken patties and chocolate milks.
no-look.
Yeah, the no lookers.
They
They
tried to tell us that they tried to tell us someone was watching the cameras. I don't know, bullshit. If someone was watching the cameras at lunch, I would have been in trouble a lot more than I was.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, and then you get
But,
over here and then you throw bags of nuts and hit people in the face with Bluetooth and shit. You know?
I can't believe we saw someone do that. That's terrible.
That was insane. God rest his soul.
Just disrespectful. You know something that really pisses me off?
Yeah, let's talk about them.
This pisses me off to no end.
It pisses me
Whenever
off
you-
whenever people's Wi-Fi cuts out and I can't see their picture.
What pisses me off to no end, and not that it's anyone's fault, but when you go into the bathroom and someone just showered and you step on the mat and then you have wet socks.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Just ruins my life.
Oh, I hate nothing.
Like, I know I
worse.
can just put new socks on, but it's like,
No, nothing worse than a wet sock.
just drives me crazy.
I agree.
And you're not expecting it.
I agree.
You just go in there and you step, and then it's like it's like, I don't understand how much water is absorbed by one sock. It's like the thing's dripping when you take it off. It's like there wasn't even that much water in the fucking carpet to begin with. And now my socks are dripping because I stepped on one little carpet after someone took a shower. I don't get it.
Right? It sucks, dude.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah, kind of like whenever you were, yeah, like when there's more milk that spills than it's in the cup.
Warm milk?
Well, warm milk sucks, but more milk spills than that is in the cup. Damn, I can't talk.
That was absolutely ridiculous. The amount of milk, like, I don't have the cup up here, but literally my cup was like, yeah, it's about that big. So probably 12 ounces, probably a 12-ounce cup. So think of a soda can. Being the fat fuck that I am, I'm sneaking up to my attic bedroom with a napkin of Oreos and then my 12 ounces of milk. And I got to climb up these steps. I also have my water jug, like, on my pinky. And Gizmo's right in front of me. It's dark. I'm trying to be sneaky because it's like 11 and I'm eating cookies and milk. And I trip because of my slippers. I always trip on my steps because of my slippers. And then I got to, like, not fall on the cat. And I got milk and cookies in a water jug. And I smash my knee off the stupid fucking step. And then that just shoots milk everywhere. There's milk coming off the ceiling, off the wall. It's dripping down the steps. It's on me. I still got the cookies.
Gizmo's soaked.
Knees busted to shit. He's, dripping, licking himself, puking because he's lactose intolerant. Milk. There was more milk on the ground than was in the cup to begin with. I don't understand. I spilled 16 ounces of milk from a 12-ounce cup.
How does that work?
But I don't know.
Did you step on any? Did your sock get wet from any of the milk?
I don't think I was.
No,
was
you
I
had
wearing
slippers on,
socks?
dickhead. You just
I
said.
had slippers on. I might not have been wearing them.
I'm just fucking with you.
What pisses you off?
Don't even get me started.
What?
All right, I'll start with the first one. All right, and I had to think about this, and I do a lot of things that piss people off, so I had to think, and I didn't want to be petty, so I got the first one is people who listen to music in public places aloud. I hate when people listen to their music on their phone out loud, or they got a Bluetooth.
Annoying. Like someone just pulls up with a Bluetooth speaker?
Yeah, they just got Bluetooth speaker on their belt loop or whatever. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's called headphones. Headphones, bro.
Shit pisses me off.
That's super annoying. Another thing that pisses me, and this I probably should save this one for last, because this irritates me to no end because of the circumstance. When you're microwaving food and you got everything ready and you take your food and then you go sit down and you take a bite and then like your third bite is cold.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first two were fine, then you get to the cold part and then you just like you thought you were finally I'm going to sit down and eat my meal. Like finally, we're here. Nope, you got to get back up, put it back in the microwave and then hope that some stuff doesn't get burnt, the cold stuff gets warm. At that point, you're pissed off. You just want to eat. I just want to frisbee the freaking plate into the next dimension. It just ruins the meal.
You're right. Absolutely, dude. How about this
What else?
How about this? Nothing makes me want to kill somebody more than whenever they post on social media, "New Year, new me," around the New Year's. I want to shoot you in the head. I want to end you from existence.
Do you do New Year's resolutions?
I don't do resolutions now. Why would I do it then? I don't do dick. No.
What do we do? What do we do in New Year, new me? What happened to the prior 12 months?
Yeah.
That you couldn't do? What did you need to overcome? I don't understand. Because a ball dropped and some fireworks went off and you kissed your ugly boyfriend? What are we doing now? Why do we need to New Year, new me?
I don't know, man, but it pisses me
You're
the
in the
hell
same
off.
place. Nothing's changed.
Nope.
You're not doing anything different. Oh, I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a new car.
It's excuses.
Why
put
wait?
it off? Yes, it's excuses.
I'm fine with excuse. Like, I fuck shit up all the time. I put shit off but I'm not going to January 1st.
No, it's... And
that'll be New Year, new me. And then
it pisses me off because it's one of those things that the only reason why it's just a status at that point. It's just a status. That's what pisses me off. Just the same way with I voted. Everybody went and took just so they could take their picture for social media. Fuck off. New Year, new me.
Yeah.
How about you hang yourself?
Yeah. New Year, new me. Get out of here. That should be the new you is your coffin. Should be a picture of you in your headstone. New Year, new me.
Yeah.
Here we go. 2020.
Exactly.
2021. Big aspirations. Something that drives me crazy is the amount of time Pat McAfee says potentially.
Yeah, dude. Way too many times. Way too many times.
He can't get through 6 words without potentially.
Nope. I tried.
I don't understand. I guess it's his thing. He probably does it on purpose now, but
I think he says potentially so he can't be held accountable.
Potentially this and potentially it's
potentially. I didn't say that. I said potentially. Now potentially.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's pretty ridiculous though. I've never heard someone say that word that many times.
You want to know something else that pisses me off? When I run out of toilet paper when I need it the most. I hate running out of toilet paper when I need it the most. There is nothing worse than that, dude.
Then you got to use your sock.
Then you got to call Walmart.
Then you got to use your wet sock.
You got to call Walmart, ask the lady at the customer service desk what time she gets off to see if she can swing through, drop a roll or two off. It's just miserable. It's miserable, dude.
But then it's in the middle of a pandemic and toilet paper doesn't exist anymore.
No. So
you're not getting any.
And then you can't use a sock or you can't use your underwear or anything to wipe because it's a new year, new me. And I promised myself I wouldn't do that this year, no matter how much of a pinch I'm in. Yeah. So it's just, it's an all-around fuckery.
I promised myself I will not run out of toilet paper this year. My New Year's resolution is I will not run out of toilet paper.
I will not wipe my ass with socks or underwear. Nah, dude, you never been in the public stall that runs out of toilet paper? You've never been in the public stall that didn't have it and you didn't check first? I try to avoid public
I don't
stalls.
think I've ever been in that situation. No, I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think you got to look before you go.
Bro.
You got to check. You got to scope out the joint first. All right, I don't know if this ever happens to you, but speaking of public places, sometimes when I'm like in a store, for whatever reason, people just come up to me and ask me questions like I work there. Like, where's the bathroom? Or like how much something like what about me makes you think I work here? We're in Lowe's and you're asking me where the wrench is. The dude that works at Lowe's doesn't know where the wrench is. You're gonna come up and ask me? I don't work here. Why do I look like I work here? Does that ever happen to you?
I have had that happen to me a couple times by old people. And
Yes.
I'm just like, I don't know.
Yes.
Look at me, dude. Especially look at me. Do I look like I'm working right now at Lowe's? I'm putting a shift in with the Adidas hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where's the bathrooms at?
Some
Yeah,
people just bluntly ask you.
If you go over to appliances and you see the Samsung dishwasher over there, you just open up and take a shit in there. That's the bathroom.
Dude, remember when people used to come to the store?
Yes.
When people would come to the store and we would be like, they're like, yeah, where's the Apple store? And I'd just be like, yeah, just keep walking.
It's down there by Sears.
You gotta go all the way
Go
down.
all the way down by Sears.
Oh, down there by Sears. Just keep on walking. Trust me, it's down there. And then the one,
They come back. Where is it? We couldn't find it down there. Oh, it must have closed. I don't know what happened.
Dude, you just see them doing laps. They're sweating and shit. They just come by, they're throwing their arms up. We don't know
They're
where.
calling-
Just downstairs. No, downstairs.
Going
And
down.
then they come
The
into
elevator. Take it down.
downstairs.
There's only 2 floors.
And then you go over to Bannister. You're like, up here. You got to come back up and go down. What the hell?
You went too
And they
far
listen
down. Up
to
a
you.
little bit. Up a little bit.
Hey, was you there when the guy came up and wanted to beat my ass because I told him to get out of the trash
Yes, I was there.
for digging in the? Was you there? Was you there when I said, "Hey, while you're in there, change that thing"?
Digging for lottery tickets. So Johnstown. So Johnstown. Oh my God! In the trash looking for lottery tickets.
He was shoulders deep
God.
in a trash can with his legs sticking straight up, kicking. And I said, "Hey, change that while you're in there."
He's like, I wasn't in the trash.
Yeah, I wasn't in the trash.
And no one.
He
The
came
funny
up.
thing is, like, you didn't say, "Hey, get out of the trash." And I wasn't in the
No,
trash.
I
Like,
just said
well,
change
first of all,
that.
obviously you were, but and secondly, that's not what I said.
He was still trying to pull his head out and shit. He was stuck. He's like, I wasn't in the
Oh my
trash.
God! It's like you catch a kid doing something bad. What are you doing? I wasn't stealing the cookies. Oh, so that's
exactly
what you were
what he
doing.
did.
Okay.
And instead of him being, and then he realized, oh wait, I'm big enough to go up here to try something, but he wasn't going to do anything.
No. Idiot.
That was funny. That was hilarious. How about
All right,
this,
what do you
dude?
got?
This is gonna sound really. I'm gonna have what I put, but it's gonna tie in. So I hate dirt under people's fingernails or under mine fingernails. I hate dirt under the fingernails. But dude, I'm gonna tell you what I hate, dude. And I cannot stand. I'm just gonna be honest. I can't stand when the drive-through person at the fast food restaurant is not well kept.
Yeah.
I can't stand. I can't do it, dude. It drives me nuts. It drives me
The
nuts.
cashier, if it's just the cashier, it's not as bad, but it's the one that hands you the food.
Food, yes,
got boogers
dude.
on
you know
them
what I'm
and-
talking
yeah.
about.
Not good.
Yeah, just
Not good.
wet hands. I hate wet
Clammy.
hands. Why is everybody's hands always wet? Why is everybody's hands always wet? Well, what the fuck were you just wiping down that your hands are wet? Everybody's hands are wet at the fast
Yeah,
food
they were just
joint.
scrubbing the
It's like,
toilets.
dude.
And then, here's your McFlurry with your
everybody-
thumb down into the lid. Here you go.
Oh, it's like when you walk into the gas
She's all-
station at night and their fucking floors are wet.
Here you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
Eating
dude, that's
fries
fucking,
and
that's
shit.
fucking gross.
Oh, my God.
I'm getting grossed out thinking about it, dude.
But you still go back. Why?
Well, I necessarily don't. Because like if some places hold their employees to a standard, right? Some places don't. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's hard not to eat fast food. Though.
How about this? How about this one? How about when people litter
Yeah. Yeah, it bothers me.
and there's a trash can right there?
Oh, my God.
Does that bother you?
The
when-
laziness.
Does that bother you when people
The
litter?
laziness. And then it's like, who raised you? Who raised you to
Yeah,
not just,
right?
like, it's right there? Literally, you couldn't just put it in the can. Just save the world another second of life. Just throw it in the can. Like, who raised you? Animals.
I know, dude. I get feeling bad, like guilty if I litter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shitty thing to do. Real shitty thing to do.
How about kids?
Just kids in general.
Kids in public crying.
Oh.
Kids in public crying.
Crying. It's when you see the parents not make an attempt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're just like
Yes.
they're just going crazy when
Screaming.
when the parents just don't make an attempt or don't do a very good job. That's when it's bad. Like a kid's gonna be a kid.
That's
You
what
understand
that's.
that.
But that's the pet peeve is whenever the parent doesn't, when they don't take care of their kid in public, and we've seen a lot of it, dude.
For sure.
It's
For
annoying.
sure.
It's so
Yeah,
bad.
That is bad. That is. I didn't even think about that. That is a bad one. God damn it. What do you want, dude?
It's rough, dude, because you just have to sit there. You just have to sit there and bite your tongue, dude.
This blood curling,
Just like,
screaming at the top, and then throwing tantrums,
Kicking.
Yeah.
While they're talking to you. You ever had that one?
Yeah.
In their arm while they're
yeah,
talking
they're just
to you,
trying
the
to.
fucking baby flopping
just
and
ignore
shit.
her. It's like how? How? Maybe you can because you live with that thing, but not me. Not me, soldier. That is not me. Jesus Christ, dude.
How about like when the bottom of a t-shirt wrinkle curls,
Oh.
folds, or like a sleeve folds, or like the neck of a collar of a shirt folds over.
Just
I can't
laundry
do it.
in
I can't
general.
wear it. Or
Just
greasing.
laundry. The idea of laundry, I despise. I despise laundry. I despise when I take clothes off and I still got clean clothes in the basket because I didn't put the clean clothes. There's not an aspect of laundry that I enjoy. I don't enjoy folding them, putting them away, washing them, drying them, folding, steaming.
The washing and drying part's not that bad.
Oh, I hate it all. I hate it all.
The folding and the putting away is
I
the
hate it
worst.
every second. Wrinkles.
Well,
I hate that all. Drives me crazy.
it's fucking annoying.
That's probably my least favorite chore. Is laundry.
What's your first favorite? Cooking?
Well, is that a chore?
No. It's a duty.
It's a duty.
It's a civil right.
It's a civil right.
You better take advantage of your civil rights and cook that fucking mac and cheese.
Yep, because you're not going to be able to do that when Biden's president, right?
That's what I heard.
He's taking
I heard
dinner
he's
away.
taking away the fucking craft.
No more dinner 2020. This has always driven me crazy, but I just saw it again. When articles in the headlines says the words break silence, for example, Tom Brady got shellacked on Sunday Night Football, right? So it's after the game, like the game just got done. He just got done playing football, right? And then it says Tom Brady breaks silence on performance. What? He was never silent on it. You had a press conference and he answered immediately. I see this. I literally this today when I was thinking of these. I just went to Google and typed in "break silence." Robert De Niro breaks silence on Donald Trump. Like we were all waiting with bated breath to hear what Robert De Niro had to say about Donald Trump. Break silence. Such a hacky.
Yep, I know exactly.
Such a hacky thing to do. Breaking silence is when you ask someone and they don't answer it, and then 5 months later they finally say, "Oh, so this is what happened." That is breaking silence.
Well,
he just got done with the game.
Exactly.
He didn't break his silence. He was silent on the field, yeah, because he couldn't answer questions. He's playing.
You want to interview him on the field?
Break silence.
Yeah.
See it another in UFC. You see it all the time, all the time. So and so breaks silence on KO loss. They just got knocked the fuck out. What did you want them to say?
Let them rattle their fucking head a
Maybe
little
they had
bit.
to go to the hospital and they couldn't do the press conference. Break silence. Such a hacky shit.
Break silence.
So annoying. When I see that, it just annoys the shit out of me.
Pisses you off?
You got anything else? That's it for me.
Aside from like something that pisses me off is fucking gnats and mosquitoes in the summertime. I fucking hate
just
them
bugs
son
in
of bitches.
general.
They piss me off.
Stink bugs.
Bad.
Yeah, the ones that like
I
come
hate
on
it.
you and you're like, get the fuck off
Pisses
me.
me
Like,
off.
yeah. That is annoying. That is really annoying.
Yeah, I do. I hate bugs like that. No, I don't have anything crazy, dude.
Sorry.
I'm not. Shit works me up in the moment, you know.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
I've heard you bitch about that before, though. The break silence thing. I've heard you talk about
Yeah, it's so
that
annoying.
before.
It's
Pissing
so
you
annoying.
off.
I don't know, it drives me crazy. So, what did you think about the Cowboys game?
I don't even know, man. A shit
It's
show
so
to me,
weird.
personally.
It's so weird. I love that we're this is a game we would have lost within the last couple years. I love that we turned it into a win at the end, but it's just weird. It's like the defense.
I don't know what we are. I can't.
The defense looked great and looked
I don't know
terrible at
why.
the same time. And then the offense. And it's so funny. Was I not just a week ago saying, please stop with the spot pass bullshit? And then they continue to do it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
At the tour in the fourth quarter, there were 2 or 3 spot passes to Chase Claypool that actually worked. But we actually had they actually set up blocks. But then there was another play where we had both receivers run spot passes. Luckily, Ben threw to Deontay, but there was no support. So both receivers on both sides of the field literally just turned to the side. And that's one thing, but like when you don't have blockers in front of them or anything, it's like it's just a stupid ass play call to me. Drives me crazy. Not good to see the offense stall out as many times as it did, but it's a win's a win, I guess. You know?
Yeah, it's just weird, man. I don't even know. I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know.
So with the Bengals game this week, like I said in the text earlier, I think it would be I don't know, a great idea is not the words, but I would contemplate starting Mason Rudolph. One, because now we got word that Ben is on the COVID list for 5, so he can't come back into the facility until Saturday. Not that he needs to practice. And 2, with that hit he took, he had some damage in both of his knees. Not that should hold him out, but we're playing a team. Yes, it's a divisional game, but we're playing a team that has 2 wins. They are last place of our division, so we have no business to lose to this team. It's also a team that Mason beat once last year and Duck beat a second time. So I would contemplate starting Mason and dressing Ben, and if in the first quarter if things look bad, maybe you throw Ben in, but I would like to I think it would be a good week for Ben to get some rest because I want him to be healthy. Didn't really get much of a bye week.
It's a good idea.
And we got Ravens Thanksgiving night. We got Buffalo Bills on a Sunday night game.
Yeah. We
got the Colts coming up. We got the Browns again. We got the Bengals twice. So it's definitely a manageable schedule, but it's not a cakewalk either.
We got the Bengals, then Jaguars.
Bengals, Jags, then Thanksgiving.
Ravens.
Against the Ravens.
Yep. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should too. I mean, I ain't mad at that.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I don't think it would hurt. I don't think the game could get too bad. I don't know. Obviously, I don't think Mason Rudolph is the quarterback of the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But call me crazy. The dude's a backup quarterback. He proved, if nothing else, last year to me, and you can disagree with this all you want. Anyone can disagree with this. The dude proved he is a backup quarterback, and a backup quarterback is someone you plug in when your starter is unavailable. Last year, he was able to go 5-3 as a starter. And no, it wasn't pretty. No, it didn't look great, but he had his moments. I mean, the Bengals game, we won like 28-3. I think there was another game he looked decent in. But he's not the future. I understand that, but to me, he proved that he can be a backup. And obviously, Pittsburgh kept him around too. So Charlie Batch wasn't the future. We kept him until he retired. Like where Ben's at in his career, it would be nice to have a successor. And Mason, to me, proved that he's not the successor, but I think he's a serviceable backup. I mean, if you're able to go 5-3 with the shit that they were dealing with last year, Connor out, Juju out, Pouncey out, no Le'Veon Bell, no Antonio Brown. I mean, I don't know.
No, it doesn't sound bad what you're saying.
We're going to have to figure out something soon. Well, I mean, obviously it's going to come down to what Ben does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The Bengals game should be interesting. I like that the Bengals they're definitely a better team than their record because they've been in close games. They tied the Eagles. They beat the Titans. Joe Burrow looks really good, so I think it's going to be a good game nonetheless. I'm really interested to see what team shows up for Pittsburgh. What do you mean a good game?
That's what I'm saying. Who's showing up for Pittsburgh? That's all I want to know.
Right. Right. Are we going to struggle on third down on offense?
We'll
Are
see.
we going to I mean, the defense,
we'll see.
They were holding them to field goals, which is good, but I don't know.
It's an interesting team we have this year.
Yeah.
Interesting team.
But we're 8-0, so you can't be too down in the dumps,
Hell
right?
yeah. No complaints.
I mean,
no complaints at all.
It all comes
I'm
down
not
to
down
winning.
the dumps one bit. I'm excited.
Right.
That's what we do.
Good shit. So, you got anything else?
Nah, man. I think that's good.
All right, then
I think we're all good.
We'll wrap this up, and then we'll talk about what our plans for the future are because we need to figure out our next in-person podcast. You know.
Sounds good. I think I'll dress up as a pilgrim and you can dress up as an Indian.
I was thinking the same thing, and then we shoot each other.
Yeah, we'll do some. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Live on the podcast.
That's it. Killing time, literally.
All right, bro.
All right, soldier. Take care. Have a good night, everyone. Subscribe.